Hey everybody, it's Jason here, and I've got a new update. I've been working on the maps recently, and one of the things that I realized that I needed to update was I had a single texture that went over all of the different tiles, and it was fine right up until I started fires, and every time I updated a single pixel in one area, it had to update the entire texture, and so I started to see a lot of lag. So I re-updated the way the terrain tiles work, where now every tile has their own texture, which I really should have built it in that way in the first place. So now, because every tile has their own texture, if there's a fire in a particular area, only that tile texture needs to be updated and the rest does not. So that's great. Here also on the California map, you may have noticed I do have a new crosshair and the red representing north, the red line here. Uh, Also on the California map, you'll notice that I do have a little white square, and this is the load area. So depending on the map size, if I go 10, I get a larger area that I can click and download, and it kind of gives you a preview of the area of what you would be downloading. Uh, you'll notice that the map is dim while certain areas are highlighted. And of course, this means that these are areas that I've already downloaded, which means that you have a local copy of that file. Hopefully, I'll be able to get the offline mode to work. Maybe not on really large maps because of the size of the fires and the strength of your device. But at the same time, this also kind of allows users to see their progress, to see where they've already downloaded that part of the map or not. Um, and it all happens automatically. So if I just come here and I say, hey, let me just download this area, and I come back, it comes back and it shows that I've downloaded that area. One of the other things that I've added, now this is learning about shaders, and shaders are basically code that you goes on your graphics card, and it allows you the graphics card to handle most of any of the drawing that you see here. Uh, and this is what allows me to create this crosshair. Now, another really cool feature is now I can lock different fuel codes. So depending on as I go over different areas, let's say the pink, that is agricultural land. I can lock it into that area. Um, and everything else is turns to white, except for the fuel code that I am looking at. And this allows players, incident commanders, whoever, the ability to go, oh, you know what? Okay, this is where all of the terrain of the same type are located. I always keep the roads, the cities, the towns, all of these kind of gray areas, as well as the water, plus the one shaded area that I'm looking at, right? And this allows, again, the user to be able to move their vehicles along the roads while also concentrating on or focusing on just that particular fuel type. And then you can always bring it right back. And that is, as you can see, this is very fast because I'm using shaders, and all of this is happening on the graphics card, which uh, makes it so that the CPU doesn't have to redraw this whole thing, and that makes it extremely slow. Um, but yeah, and that's it. Also, you can see I do have these white lines, and this is just to show 100 kilometers in size, right? So if I come back to the login and I create a, let's say a 10 by 10 map, and let's load a section that I haven't loaded before, say right here, and it's just going to take a minute just to load everything up. All right, okay, so now you can see how many 100 square kilometers at a time. by these white lines. So there's 100, 200, 300. So kind of a 10 by 10 tile map, as you can see, is roughly a 3.5 by 3.5 ish 100 kilometers, right? And again, I can just toggle all of these different layers and it instantly changes the colors. Very, very quick. All right, I think that is about it. Let me just go back. We can now see the new area that I've downloaded. And I think it'll be fun for players to, systematically maybe explore everything and be able to have that option to know, did I explore this? Did I not? Yeah, I think that's about it. I think it'll be fun. All right, well, thank you very much for your time, and I'll talk to you later.